And joining us now is Ibrahim Bajili, Professor of Computer Science and Cybersecurity. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And for those of us who aren't tech experts, what can you tell us about this massive outage and how it occurred?
Yeah, so this outage happened, a security company called CrowdStrike, and they updated their software, and there was a fault in the update which affected all of the systems. This fault specifically had access, or what we call sort of kernel level access, which is the highest level access that you would have to the operating system. And when you turn on your computer, what happens is it tries to load these things called drivers, which basically are helpers to the operating system. So a driver can help a computer or operating system communicate, for example, with your mouse or with your keyboard. And what happened is because that was faulty, when it was trying to load it, it just kept crashing. And that's really what happened.
And with an incident like this, the top question on most people's minds is worried about their data, their personal information. Should we be concerned about that?
Well, I think right now, the way that we know how things transpired, it's really about this faulty software which caused these outages. I don't believe at this point in time there has been anything that tells us that the data was stolen or data was compromised. However, for us that deal with our daily lives, all the way from trying to go to a hospital or a doctor, to getting on a plane, to even drinking our water, if all of these things are connected to Windows operating systems, and if that organization was using CrowdStrike, which is this security software, it impacts our daily lives. So it's not just about how our data might have been impacted, but really how our lives are impacted.
Yeah, that's a good point. And while things seem to be improving, this is being called one of the biggest IT outages in history. How long do you think this outage will last?
One of the biggest issues with how to fix this problem is we need to restart the computers that have had that installed on them. And many of the computers in a lot of these organizations may not be remotely accessed. So that means that you might have to physically go to the computer and restart it and reboot it and maybe get to install this new version of the software that's not faulty. So when you think about it that way, there could be hundreds, maybe thousands of computers, depending on how large the organization is, that they need to fix, that they need to update, and so that they can get it up and running again. So it could be days for some organizations. It could be maybe a week for other organizations. But the good thing to know is that it's being fixed, and our lives are going to move on, hopefully, at some point.
Hopefully, Abe. It's been a crazy day, and we appreciate you taking some time to speak with us.